Hello and welcome everyone to another session at the Dubai AI Festival. We're exploring, diving and deep into this universe of AI and different cutting edge technologies, right? And currently, I have a very special guest over here, Mr. Roshan Vahid from Shift Technologies. So, what exactly is the Shift Technology? And just give us a small sneak peek that how you guys work.
Okay. Uh, Shift Technologies, as the name says, shift. It's a shift that's happening to any organization with the current AI trends that's happening, with any AI technology innovations happening. So, what's the kind of shift that the organization is making to be a part of the new wave of
Yes.
AI? So, that's where the fundamental, the thought process of having the word shift technologies come in place. And the shift technologies is becoming like a ecosystem with the larger consulting and system integration companies to be a part of them to implement AI based solutioning
Okay.
and bringing innovations around the space of artificial intelligence.
And I mean, AI is like the next trend people following, right? So most of the projects around the globe are just hopping on to enabling some sort of GPT or any different AI models or agents into their existing system. What exactly Shift is making an impact in this ecosystem?
Okay, so the way the shift is being positioned in the market, uh, so we predominantly look at let's say at three ways I could look at it as a chief marketing officer of Shift Technologies. Uh, I look at the brand to be in the market as a strategic partner for
Okay.
AI technology solutioning, rather than just becoming like a services or a product selling company.
Not just
That's
enabling, but making it actually workable.
yeah. So we want to be a part of the organization and build a technological enhancement to the company rather than just selling a product, selling something off the shelf and say, oh, yeah, this take this product. So that's not the way that we look at it. So
Exactly.
this is one. Number two is in terms of being industry agnostic, which
Okay.
means that we are open to all the industries and we are not very focused to one particular services or an domain. So that gives us the capability and potential to address a larger industrial challenges. And number three is we have built our own IP on a framework which
Okay.
is for agentic AI, and that framework helps us to be more what do you call go to market faster, and the turnaround time for building an AI solution is much better. So I would say that this could be the the kind of positioning that we strongly believe how Shift Technologies could differ from any other AI companies working in this space.
I mean, that's what exactly is required. It's not just about uh, embedding any model or any agent into an existing system, but actually it should be functional. It should be making an innovative part and taking a
Absolutely,
step ahead, right?
absolutely agree.
So, talking about the integral business processes, right? Uh, how do you manage to integrate AI systems, AI solutions, and still making it efficient and ethical?
Yeah, this is a very valid question because when it comes to integration, when it comes to implementing an AI project, there are a few things that any organization or any implementer has to look in. Number one is to understand the business processes and the workflow.
Yes,
Without understanding the processes, without understanding the workflow, you cannot implement any AI projects. Number
exactly.
one. Number two is to understand, uh, you know, cut. Understand.
Okay.
Uh, one was the one was the what were the three things? One, no. That is the second question. We talked about how the integral part of it. Okay, the data. The data is the one, and third one is um, No, first one was the processor. Second one was the the data structuring, and the third one is AI. Okay, yeah, you can as this.
So I'll start with the question
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So talking about the integral parts of any business processes, right? You could just enable AI with any existing system, but how you actually implement the AI solutions and still making it efficient as well as ethical.
Okay. So when it comes to implementing an AI project, there are a few things that an organization has to look in. Number one, in terms of understanding the business processes and the workflow of the organization, which is very important for any AI implementer to look into it. And number two is the data structuring, how well the data availability and the sanity part of the data is very crucial for any kind of a project, the AI project.
Because the model is going to work on some data.
Everything is working on data.
That's the main fuel.
That is the blood of AI project.
Yes.
And number three, we have something called the AI readiness. How ready are the organization to adopt an AI project? Okay. So I would say these are the three crucial things that any organization has to look into before we get into any kind of an AI implementation project. Mm-hmm. So at Shift Technologies, what we have something called an AI readiness assessment, which we do initially when we engage with any organization. And this assessment basically looks into 6 functions in an organization, which will leverage in making any kind of a AI project successful. So the assessment will give us some kind of a rating, some kind of a preparedness as a output on these functions, and it will give you the gaps, it will give you the improvement areas, and based on that we start working with them, and then we bring out a roadmap for a complete AI implementation road. So that is what the way that we do with the projects, with anything that we do with our earlier clients as well.
And talking about the implementation process, I mean, innovation should what I believe is the agility method is the right way to approach for any kind of development into any project, right? So how do you manage the innovation and agility at the same time and making measurable impact on any product?
Okay, so this one is basically when we started implementing projects. That's where we see the impact. We see the impact of uh, what we are actually implementing as a part of an AI initiative. What it brings to the organization at the bottom line. It could be in terms of increasing the overall efficiency of the organization, cost coming down, or it could be the overall satisfaction of your employment or the customer satisfaction. That's what. So to take an example, like we have one of our products called ProQ. So ProQ is basically a product based used for procurement management or procurement processing, mainly from the procurement department. So what happened that we implemented this with one of the energy companies, and the whole procurement process or the procurement bidding process, the time has been considerably brought down to 70%. So this has been a very clear demonstration of how AI agentic products can bring a value into this, into any kind of an organization workflow.
I mean, that's where the whole concept comes in. If the AI is just a gimmick, you shouldn't add it.
Yes,
it should add a value to your system, right? Talking about the gimmicks, I mean, people tend to follow any kind of new trends and always stay excited to hop onto new trends. Just let's say just incorporate AI, or let's say let's incorporate VR and augmented reality and different stuff. Uh, how different technologies are positioning itself in terms of future by the shift.
See, now in the coming years, you will see more and more agentic AIs coming and working on workflows. So most of the workflows that's happening in different organizations going to be taken over by these agentic AIs. So now that's going to happen.
Yes.
Now, having said that, the challenge that is going to happen is the lack of confidence of the users on the data security and the
Yes, definitely.
privacy infringement happening because of this agentic AI taking over the manual process
Exactly.
or a human interference on these kind of workflows. So this is a big challenge, and this is what the event authorities and the policymakers are going to work to bring kind of governance and kind of a system in place. And Shift Technologies is also working in that same direction, and we are bringing some kind of a guardrails for all these kind of agentic AI. So wherever we are deploying agentic AIs, we make sure that there are certain guardrails that will also built as a part of the implementation, so that it only pulls out the ethical or the relevant information from a particular data source.
I mean, yeah, since people got to know that their own data has been
Yes.
mined for so long, and now that data has been used to give output depending on what exactly I need. I mean, that's gonna solve my problem someday. But initially, I got scared. Like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe the system is already
Absolutely.
always listening to what I
Exactly.
say.
Yeah.
It's already recording. Everything is monitored. So that creates a sense of mistrust.
Fear
Yeah,
can,
a
can come in,
fear,
right?
a mistrust
Yeah.
to the system, so that people tend to step back. That I don't want to share all my details. But when it comes to people say, I'm not sharing all of my data, but I can share the minimal required data. The only ethical way of accessing the data is like, I allow the applications like only this time location, or only this time access to my contacts. Right? There are different set of
Yeah, yeah.
rules that have been implemented to all your mobile phones, and now.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's where
Yeah.
the right
So,
process we are going.
so what happens on the back end is basically when we implement these kind of agents. When I talk about the guardrails is basically certain rules that we implement onto these agents to make sure that certain set of information shouldn't be retrieved by the agent,
Yes.
because agent doesn't know what to take, what not to take unless
Yes.
we tell them.
Yes.
Correct. So that is where we inbuilt these guardrails to the system to make sure that the data is what is actually required for the
Yes.
processing point of, not just they pulls out each and every element of the information.
Exactly. And that's what shifts do, right?
That's exactly what Shift's doing it, and that's what we would say that brings the confidence while we implement projects. And that's the reason they would like to work as a partner, not just like a solution seller or a product
Yes.
seller of agents to the companies. No, we don't want to be like another set of sellers for it. We want to become like a technology partner, so that
A trustable partner.
we touch trustable partner. So we start understanding their challenges, we work with them, bring and develop solutions, and that's it. That's how things will
So
evolve.
how was the response of people over here at the event?
Absolutely amazing and quite inspiring. I had the chance to interact with lots of um, innovators and learn the new trends that is coming up in this AI world. It's quite interesting, and as well as networking. That has been a quite valuable experience for me as well. And yeah, it's a good opportunity
Yeah,
to
the
be a
network
part
has
of it.
grown like 2x from the last year's edition, right? I've been here last year as well, so
Unfortunately,
yeah.
I couldn't be a part of the last year's one. This is my first time to be part of the AI, and we could exhibit in this event as well. And that has also given us a lot of opportunity to meet with a lot of delegates who came and be part of our booth, and also to interact with a lot of medias, as well as to talk to them, interact with some of the potential partners who could be our technology associates as well. So I think it's been a very valuable journey in the whole 2 days with Dubai AI Festival.
Fabulous. So I'll just take a leave from you and thank you so much for this insightful conversation
Thank you
and
so much.
sharing so great solutions with us.
Thank you so much, Sin PR Wire, for giving this opportunity to express my thoughts. And yeah, it's a
It's great
great
talking
time.
to great innovators and innovative
Me
ideas.
too. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you. Bye.